I'm the youngest of five. Dad, Jeffrey, Mum, Philomena. Then it goes Benedict, Laura, Tim, Jamie and me. That's who we are. I think my parents met at a party. I would guess in about 1956 or 7. They were married at the end of 1957. They split up in the 70s and my dad died when I was 10. He had a heart attack. At the time, I wanted to show people, oh, I'm all right, I'm okay. I'm a brave little, 4-foot thunderball. I've only realised how tough it is as I've got older. In the normal run of life, you just have, late night chats or drunk chats or whatever it is that, you have with your parents as you're growing up. But I never had those conversations with my dad, And I'm sure I would have loved to have had them, Because as it is, it's sort of, I know embarrassingly little about his side of the family, I'm hoping what I found out will affect me, but I'm not full of trepidation about it. I honestly just think it's very human to want to know about where you're from.
Martin lives in Hertfordshire with his partner and their 2 young children.
There's a big sort of hole in my knowledge of my dad's side of the family. My dad lost his dad the same age I lost my dad. And I must have heard from him initially that his dad had died in the war, so that probably turned into him being a war hero. I don't know, the way that families, myths develop from facts. So I'm interested about my grandfather's death on my dad's side. My understanding always was that he had died serving in the Second World War, but I don't know if that's true. Again, among 5 kids, and when you're the youngest anyway, by the time it's got down to you, anything could have happened, as far as the truth is concerned, We're off to see my brother Tim at his house. He was around for more of my parents' marriage. He was around for more of my dad's life. I'm hoping he remembers more stuff than I know. I suppose because I never knew my granddad, obviously because he died, it's just so distant, Hey,
Martin.
You're
Pretty well. Tar, come in.
This is nice.
Tar, just finished.
Lovely. It's lovely.
I'm guessing a cup of tea.
Oh, please, yeah, thank you.
Take sugar in this.
Please. Thank you. Do you remember Dad ever talking about his side of the family, or his dad in particular? What happened in the war and how he met his end?
I know more than he died.
Right.
I know that he... Well, I know.
Yeah.
I think I know he died in Dunkirk. Mm. And Dunkirk is such a kind of famous part of the war, isn't it? I'm wondering whether that is just another... been tidied into a kind of big box, put Dunkirk on that sort of thing. Mm. But the hook that Dad always used to say, that he was shot making a round of tea.
Someone told me that they thought he died while stealing something.
Sugar for tea?
Sugar for tea, maybe.
Oh, that would be bad. I've got a photo of Leonard. Look.
Blimey.
What do you think? I mean, to be honest with you, putting it next to a photo of Dad here, I just felt like I was looking at Dad.
What, there?
Yeah.
Really?
Look at the insignia.
Go on.
Well, I can't tell you who I used to know my army insignia. That really rings a bell, that snake round a downward thing. No idea what regiment at all.
Anything really about my dad's dad is a bonus because I know so little about it. I know that he was a man who died 30 years before I was born, who died during the war. I mean, if I could find out the details of how he died, that would be interesting, of course, yeah, and the sort of when and where and the how.